is one of the best episodes ever. What?
Wait. Oh my God, it is!
It's 1994.
Yeah.
And you're tasked with doing this shot. How do you do it?
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Visual Effects Artists React. Today, we've got trains, pits.
An explosion so extreme, they're gonna blow your socks off. Look, this episode's gonna have a storyline that you're gonna have to stick around to believe. It's amazing.
New merch just dropped. It's limited edition, only available for 1 week. Go to corridordigital.store to get yours. Available in both t-shirt and hoodie.
Best time of...
Okay, I know we've seen the Polar Express a few times, but there's something about one scene in particular that I don't think anyone has quite noticed yet.
Really? Because we've looked at the Polar Express like 3 times now.
Exactly, but that's why I think it's important that we actually watch this.
Wait, did that? What
kind of tool is that?
I don't remember this at all.
I don't remember this. Wait, what?
Well, you've never seen this movie?
What on earth?
Wait, is this?
Oh my God.
Hold up, is this, what's his name? Is this Langdon? Is this
there Langdon Strains or anything?
Landon?
There's no way. Is this Langdon?
Yeah, as you can see,
Landon?
I'm slowly removing the black bars now.
Oh my God.
We're just watching his video now.
What the heck? This is amazing. Dude, that train is still going. Brace yourself.
This is like the director's cut.
This is amazing.
This is not actually the Polar Express.
Jesus. Next year, kiddo. This is
Dude,
amazing.
this has all been one shot, by the way.
Yeah.
It hasn't cut.
This is amazing. Because like I've seen the Polar Express a lot of times, and I know that wrench gets stuck in the ice and forms a crack, okay?
He's managed to like perfectly copy the aesthetic.
I love the semi-jank models of all the characters. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God! Oh my God, no Christmas for them!
Uh-oh. Chekhov's warning sign.
Oh my God.
What a...
Dude, that guy's dead! That is one dead dude! How is this train still going?
Oh my gosh. The magic of Christmas, brother.
Axle through the house. That person has no reaction. He's already dead.
This is amazing.
Oh my.
This is amazing.
Dude, that transition.
What a sick, I like that transition quite a bit.
That's awesome.
How do you make something this long as one single take?
I say this calls for action, and now, nip it in the bud. I say this calls for action, and now, nip it in the bud.
What? This is so crazy.
What the heck?
This is so crazy.
I'm in love.
Dude, all of the destruction effects going on?
Landon, you son of a gun, you got us again. He's just getting better and better.
I was about to say, the moment I saw that little, it almost looks like a tuning fork.
It's a pin.
It's a pin. Okay, that makes more sense. But as soon as that went like into the water and started going down, revealing that like explosive, I was just like, I maybe don't remember this movie.
Abandoned mines from the war.
Did you also put the movie clips thing on the whole time?
You did! You son of a gun! That got me so good. That's so good. That's so good.
Because he has the pin in it. And so right there, I'm basically jump cutting from when the pin is about to hit the ice to his version where the pin goes through it.
Oh my gosh, that's the perfect freaking Trojan
God.
horse.
I know.
Oh
It's
my God.
Landon has such a good understanding of motion, doesn't he?
Exactly.
In his storytelling.
So like in the one thing that can be really complicated is when you're doing these like chase sequences digitally, animating your camera along this stuff can be super, super hard because there's these high-speed objects. So it's like, well, well, is the camera independent of them? Are you animating it separately? Are you parenting the camera to the train?
Is he like animating it along a spline and just having like a super long spline across the whole thing?
It might be, but like,
is he match cutting
I
to
feel like
different
maybe
takes?
Yeah, I don't see. That's the thing. There's so many ways to approach this. The fact that he can nail it, it's super impressive. The thing is, there's this level of precision in the camera work that makes this stuff click, despite all the wacky jank and rendering artifacts.
Yeah, like the motion blur in that piece of coal or whatever that is.
It's like the camera animation is solid. Like there's no rogue keyframes distracting you, making you go like, what the heck am I watching?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, this is his niche, and he truly has cornered the market. Landon, it's yours, dude.
Yeah, like Mission Impossible tried to take it away from him, but no.
This was a good little
This is a good, it's a mic,
switcheroo.
it's a mini fake out. You're like, oh, it
Yeah, I
didn't
was like,
hit
oh.
it.
And then,
Wait, psych! Just the opportunity to trick someone out there and like secretly show them Landon's work without them realizing it. That's my goal.
what an amazing
That
appetizer
was great.
for today.
That was really good.
But here's the thing, we're okay, look, we're VFX nerds, but we got territory, all right? We've flexed our VFX muscles on these streets. But I got word that there's other VFX artists from big budget movies filming their gunfights on our territory, on our turf. Let's see how they did. Basically, we get word that there's a film production coming up on the street, and one of the producers is walking around and trying to tell everyone, hey, we're filming on your street. You're not allowed to park here. And we said, oh yeah? Says who? And it turns out there was no who. So we said, if you don't want us to park here, you have to give us money. In fact, you have to give us a stipend to either Uber here or deal with the inconvenience of not parking on the street if you want to really shut it down. Because they're bringing in snow. They're going to try and winterize the street. Little did we know, it was actually a night shoot, so it didn't matter.
Well, except that they spent the whole day like putting down these cotton sheets on the whole streets. They nailed down giant, we're talking like hundreds of feet long by like 50 feet wide, these sheets of white cotton or something.
One of the funniest parts is that in the movie, we'll watch it, you never even look down Hunter Street.
At all?
It's just the intersection.
I mean, like, just for some context, in the movie, this takes place at like the New York City docks. Look at all that snow.
So weird seeing it like this.
Dude, the slush? They did have slush, I do remember that.
It's a great location.
Those muzzle flashes are pretty decent. It's lighting up all of the environment. The reflections on the ground,
Maybe they're shooting blanks.
all those spark hits.
Meanwhile, later on in the scene, moments later,
This is kind of cool to see, though.
It is super cool to see.
Like, I've parked my car right there many times. Dude, that snow, that fresh Los Angeles snow.
okay, Wren, I gotta tell you something really bad. So you know how they blocked off all of Hunter Street, paid off all the cars, brought in all the snow machines, pinned down all the white fabric, replaced all the snow anyways.
I freaking knew they would. I knew they would. Of course they will.
And every single wide shot we're seeing here,
All the snow is replaced. That's pretty good snow, though. The snow effects on the ground is actually pretty well done.
Looks
You have to
freaking
like
great.
actually model that out. to a
all
degree.
of the snow particle effects is done really well too, because you need to basically have it 3D particles and then track in the cones of light in
Yeah.
3D to make it work.
And extract those shadows.
Okay,
Oh, here
pause.
we go. Look at that! We're just like, whoops!
Yeah, okay, so they do have like slush and stuff on the
That's
ground.
the real
I remember
slush,
that.
the real
From
snow.
the real, yeah. Then they replace it.
Whoa, did they add crap on the car?
They did.
They add crap onto the front of the, yeah.
Holy macaroni. Well, butter my biscuits. What have they done?
How much do you think it costs to create the snow on that street in this shot?
Over $100. Definitely.
I mean, probably several $1,000s when you include all of the time from at least probably 2 or 3 artists that go through modeling / simulating all the snow. Then you have the compositors that are actually comping that onto the footage. You have the particle effects artists who are doing all the snow, and that goes through the compositor as well.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, did they add CG blades? CG windshield wipers?
Oh my God, they are CGI. Oh wait, I was watching the scene. I was like, those are weird looking wipers. But then I like stopped thinking about it. But then I also saw that in the close-ups, you see the wipers going in front of their faces. And I was like, oh man, if it's George Clooney, you don't want a wiper going in front of his face at the wrong moment.
Yeah.
You want to be able to control that.
But that's too much control.
No, that seems reasonable to me. It's like CG wipers. What's the big deal? They're already tracking it and adding all the snow on top of it.
Just like a CG butt wipers.
Nice. Dang. It's crazy.
It's kind of crazy. Good
Oh,
VFX, overall, great VFX.
Actually.
It does make me question some of the real life experiences I had and the reasoning behind being inconvenienced to buy for a week, but I mean, it turned out, I guess.
I've heard people say that watching a movie can be therapeutic, but if you're looking for something that's perhaps a little more effective, you could actually reach out to a real therapist using today's sponsor, BetterHelp. So BetterHelp is a service that helps connect you to a network of over 30,000 licensed therapists. Meetings are fully online, so you don't have to worry about the inconvenience of driving to somebody's office. And if the therapist that you've matched with turns out not to be the right fit, it's not a big deal. You can switch to any other therapist at any other time. That's the beauty of this network and how many people they have working for it. BetterHelp has over 7,000 reviews on Trustpilot, and if you want to get started, you simply fill out a questionnaire and they will match you with a therapist in just a few days. If you've been interested in trying therapy or are looking for a therapist, check out betterhelp.com/corridorcrew for an extra 10% off of your first month of BetterHelp. And with that, let's go back to looking at movies with Brad Pitt in them.
Well, Sam, you brought Brad Pitt and some train stuff. Both great on their own. But if only there was a world where we could maybe bring them together.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Are you messing with me?
Bullet train! Bullet train!
I
can't believe it!
Oh my God.
I can't believe it! That was the perfect segue!
Wow. This is one of the best episodes ever.
So I brought Bullet Train, in particular the end sequence here. I don't know, have you guys seen Bullet Train?
I've not.
Nah.
Okay. This is
I would like to see it, I just haven't.
Yeah.
Silly.
This. Oh, almost pulled the trigger too.
Landed.
Oh my God. Oh! They got splashed. Oh my God. Okay, this is now starting to feel like Landon stuff.
Oh
with
my
the
God.
Budget.
What?
Hey. Oh my God, it is! This is Landon VFX with a budget.
Oh, it really is. It truly is. Wow. Oh my God.
There's a surrealness to it all, but there's also so much kinetic energy that, like, it works.
It is a little shorter. I can see Landon does have more ambitions. If this was a Landon piece, that would have been just like the opening act.
Because the whole thing takes place on this train over the course of obviously the entire movie.
Right.
So first and foremost, the first problem that they have is we've got to handle all the footage from outside the train, right? The world that they're driving through. Whereas typically that would be done with blue or green screen, and to some extent it was here. Now they have the advantage in 2022 or 2021 when this was made of giant LED screens, right? So
Okay.
just like you showed us in Fallout, the show,
Yeah.
for the real world reflections and all the good stuff that it brings, they used that for a lot of this. Now, in order to make that possible, they had 98-foot long by 16-foot high LED curved walls on both sides of a practically built train car.
Sure, yeah.
And they also had much smaller LED walls on the front and back in case you saw that, which is great by itself. But they had one particular conundrum, and is that they had 3 unique train cars in which they could film on this big soundstage. The 98-foot long LED walls were only big enough to encapsulate one.
Oh, okay. So if you need to transfer between 2 different trains, they have to figure out something.
Yeah, what's the best way to do that? And what they landed on was they mounted the entire LED lighting setup onto a dolly system that they could just migrate back to the next train car when they needed to. Isn't that insane?
That's kind of crazy.
It's so sick, yeah.
But then they get to this stuff, and I'm like, okay, this, like Brad Pitt here, there's a little bit of uncanniness going on, but it also looks very good. So I'm wondering how much of him is real versus how much is CG replacement.
Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, how would you approach this
that's the thing,
particular
like
problem?
these days it seems like when you're doing zero-G stuff, you're getting into the territory of like full body replacements. Either maybe just simulating cloth to ripple in a certain way, or just doing the things that you can't do in real life. So without even like really looking at the footage too much, feels like at least a half and half thing, if not just the face and the full body being replaced.
I think some
You know?
shots, like that shot right there, that looks like it could potentially be more or less like the real plate, but I'm willing to bet his entire body is replaced in almost every shot, but they're keeping his face.
What's really cool about this is obviously the entire environment around him and all the chaos that's going on is full CG, but they shot Brad Pitt practically on a blue screen, I believe, in a 360-degree wire rig.
At the end of the day, you're going to have to paint out the rig, but the rig is going to be this bulky thing that might extrude through the shirts. And so usually it's not just simply a matter of painting out the wires. You have to actually go through and replace the entire shirt wherever the rig is attached to the body. You might get lucky and be able to keep the pants or maybe parts of the shirt, but usually for the unification of the shot, it's better just to replace it all. But there's still value in that because that is still informing what the motion should be.
Oh, whoa, wait, hold up.
My mind.
Isn't that interesting?
Okay.
That looked like maybe most of his clothes, especially this shot.
Yep.
It looked like most of it was actually kept.
Look at that shirt. Look at the ripples and the wrinkles. Ignore the man in green.
Okay.
The air cannons, yep, blasting him from all angles.
I mean, that was a flawless wipe right there.
Yep.
That's him.
What?
They kept the vast
Brad. That's the
majority
Brad I know.
of the practical footage. And this, they shot both of the foreground and background character elements together.
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, I feel like I'm so cynical from watching all these like VFX breakdowns now where I'm like, oh yeah, people just don't do anything and then they figure out what to do once they have the footage.
And you know who directed this movie? Friend of the channel, he's been on this very couch on Stuntman React, David Leitch. But yeah, David Leitch directed this, and I honestly love his movies. I think he has such a good sense of direction. And when you are faced with this kind of a problem, the entire environment, everything in this slow motion epic scene is CG except for your talent. What are some issues that can arise as a result of that?
When you do something like that, you're locked into whatever performance you get. But more than that, you're locked into whatever lighting you have on that. So it's like right there, they knew what they were doing with the planning. So they had the light in the background blasting them with a really harsh edge light. You can see his hair being illuminated, the line of the highlight on his arm and whatnot. It's a very harsh edge light coming from behind them. And you can't just now put the lights in a different spot for the background.
Exactly,
Like
married to it.
Like if they're filming, they realize, wait, the sun needs to be on this side. Too bad you can't. You have to have the sun on where they actually film the practical plate. You're locked into those choices. But they got like the light rays through the windows of the train too. Because another thing here is that like you can't have the top of that train be too low. Otherwise, he wouldn't be illuminated by that sun in the background. They locked themselves into exactly where the framing is going to be. But if you have a very clear vision of what you want this sequence to be, then that's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's actually a good thing because that means you're going into these things more prepared as opposed to being like, we'll figure it out later and do it in post. That's the wrong attitude.
Super fun. So yeah, lots of fun with trains. But guys, you know what? We're having such a good time. I want to keep this thing on the rails. And I want to look at one more train sequence from a movie that I doubt you've seen.
Wait, are you?
I'm staying on the rails, Sam.
Are we really doing more trains?
This is
today?
natty, dude. This is a train episode. And I guarantee you Wren has brought trains too. This is a movie that is a Chinese production called Shockwave 2.
Shockwave 2?
Shockwave.
Hold on.
I am shocked.
Believe it or not, the sequel to Shockwave.
What? Oh.
Not enough time.
No.
A bit late on the
Oh
brakes.
my God, sorry, time out.
That classic,
shot.
that classic train going off of a bridge shot.
Dude, we've seen this shot. This is the third time we've seen this shot today.
Dude.
Great minds think alike,
It is
Sam.
literally the third time we've seen that exact shot today.
Well, we're just getting started, boys.
Okay, sorry.
God.
All right.
Is it now a cliche to have like a low-angle wide shot of a train going
yes.
off of it and then
Yes.
dipping down?
It's a cliche.
If it ain't broke,
It's a trope.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't trope.
I love that he tried to hit the brakes at the very end. Like, you know, it's late.
Yeah, it's like maybe stop sooner.
That little
Lean
dinghy
into it.
floats down.
Good
in
shot.
Wait. Whoa. Okay, this is actually kind of sick. What the heck?
The heck? It's an underwater train nuke. Oh, there's more?
There's more trains.
There's more nukes.
Oh!
Hate it when that happens.
Rammed right in the rear. Whoa, whoa! Whoa! Now that was a little wacky. Dude.
Oh, nuke?
Oh, the first above. Oh, damn!
What?
Damn! Okay, oh, damn! Damn. My boy. Holy heavens. These, yeah, boom.
That was the Shockwave from the title.
I'm having a moment right now. What did I just witness?
You witnessed magic, Wren.
I'm sorry, that second scene is one of the most extreme explosion depictions I've ever seen.
I have to agree so much. The first one was like, okay, cool, that's sick.
That's
like that
tight.
underwater slow
Tight.
motion shot. I was
Wicked.
like, okay.
Wicked.
Dude, right? Oh. And then the spout of water on the bottom.
There's an extreme nature to it that I feel like is missing from modern films.
What is the one that you and Nico have shown me multiple times on this couch?
Blown away.
But it's like, I miss impacts like that in CG explosions. What a treat hidden away in this Chinese cinema sequel. If you've got any trains or Brad Pitt-centered media you'd like us to take a look at, leave a comment down below.
You both brought train sequences,
Oh no.
and I wanted to take a look at Snowpiercer.
No freaking way, dude, no.
Yeah, you're right. No, I just made that up. But you both did bring Brad Pitt movies, and Brad Pitt is also in Interview with the Vampire.
Wow.
We have the tether. We have the tether to creating the perfect episode.
So this movie came out 30 years ago. This is right at the birth of CGI. This is like a year after Jurassic Park. ILM's pretty much the only company in the world that can really do like high quality CG stuff. But there's several VFX companies out here at the time, and they're starting to get into some digital compositing and whatnot. In this movie, Tom Cruise plays a vampire who gets killed. In one shot, we see him go from looking relatively normal to looking decrepit.
What? Wait, it's actually kind of more subtle than I thought it'd be.
It was very subtle.
Yeah, like you can see it.
So the main thing to focus on is his face. Notice how he looks like young in the beginning. He doesn't really look like Tom Cruise, but you can see it.
Yeah.
And there he's a little bit more.
It
kind of-
doesn't.
Then at the end there, he's like,
Yeah, that's not
full on.
CG. Is it a prosthetic the entire time?
It's 1994.
Yeah.
And you're tasked with doing this shot. How do you do it?
Well, I don't do CG.
A complex puppet.
Yeah,
or
right?
with a prosthetic face or something.
Because that looks prosthetic. That looks prosthetic to me. It's a little uncanny. But again, we're getting nice specular on the forehead. You're not getting any of that with CG at this time. Real blood.
There's some VFX blood there, obviously, but
And this is now prosthetic territory. I feel like it is. They're doing some warping on the fingers there. You see them little fingies, dude? They're doing some little warping,
Yeah.
image warping on the things.
Because they start off full scale, but by the end of it, they're all like shrunken and shriveled. I'll give you a hint.
It's like an animatronic head or something.
It is an animatronic.
Wait, the full body is an animatronic?
The whole thing is an animatronic.
Interesting. I guess you would, that's probably
So
the best
what
approach.
are robots really good at doing?
taking over jobs?
Topical.
So here's one more hint. Robots are really good at doing the same thing over and over again.
Oh my goodness, wait. Is this motion control?
Oh my God.
Is this different head or face on the same robotic body performing the same thing over multiple passes, and they're blending it with mere compositing?
Jordan, you nailed it. That's exactly what they did. Let's take a look at the behind the scenes. So Stan Winston's shop actually made this whole hydraulic powered puppet, like full robotic. The hands are all prosthetic, and they made 14 different faces that they were able to put onto the head and just film.
14?
That's such a cool solution.
This was just uploaded to the Stan Winston channel like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
This is brand new information after like 30 years.
Movie magic, dude.
And look at this robot. Fully hydraulic.
So they had a faux floor, holes cut through.
Okay, so
full
pause.
animatronic.
Yeah, so we're seeing this. So pause here.
Wait, so maybe the hands were actually deflating practically.
Oh, I see what you're looking at now.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't pay too much attention to the hands in this shot right now. But the question that we're seeing here is that like there's holes in the ground. It's a false ground and there's holes in it for stuff to move back and forth. But in the final shot, we're looking at the actual real ground and blood.
Ooh, you're right. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I wasn't either.
Oh my God. So, well, you're right, but we've already set up that it's CGI blood. So it makes sense that you could just, all right, well, we're gonna basically rotoscope this and add in a plane of CGI blood behind it. But then what about the reflections? Well, then if it's a motion controlled camera, that's not a problem.
Oh, because you could do an actual pass with the actor.
Theoretically.
Yeah, so obviously the robot is doing the same motion over and over again, but the camera is also doing the same motion over and over again.
Yeah.
And so they're able to blend between all the different faces they made so that he slowly starts aging. So they start with the young prosthetic face and end with the really, really Tales of the Crypt face and all of the ones in between, and they're just blending between them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what they did was they had some base model that had the hair and all the clothing that they keep is. So the sleeves, the rest of the clothing is probably just from one take. It's not being blended back and forth, as far as my guess goes.
Yeah.
But the hands change over time and the face changes over time. So,
Oh, that's real. Those are real hands.
yeah, those are real hands. Well, like real prosthetic hands. But notice what we're really looking at here. The whole body's covered in a blue screen suit.
Yeah.
The background has like blue on it. And this shot is also transitioning between each of the takes as it progresses. So you'll see.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Wow. So they did one performance plate with the hair, with the clothes, with the body, and on the practical set. They did all the other head passes with the blue suit and blue screen background, composited literal practical, 12 practical blend shapes. But I still don't know for the floor what they did.
His hair is dipping into the blood. There's some sort of blood it's hitting and interacting with. Yeah, so I'm willing to bet most of this is actually a practical thing in one take, but we're just seeing multiple takes going in on the face and maybe on the hands.
It's so interesting because there's bits of hair that are kind of running over the left side of the temple and down the left cheek that they would have to deal with as well.
Masking work, manual roto to get it to work. I mean, Digital Domain has some very talented artists.
So they're filming the take with the last head. That's what they're doing too. The actual head take with the hair is with the final head. That's why they're not like they don't have to do like the crazy hair rotoscoping.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think you're onto something, Sam. It requires some very specific problem solving and planning to achieve this type of effect.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like this isn't even one of those, oh, so you just did it the hard way thing. It's like, no, this is not just the hard way, but the smart way at the same time, which makes it extra good. It's like the genius way. This is ingenious.
Work smarter and harder. And what's cool is, I mean, shout out to the actual animators of the animatronic, because the body motion did not trigger me at all on the first watch.
Yeah.
Like it feels very natural and good.
Yeah, great shot.
That's dope, man. What a cool little hidden treasure.
Right?
Man, they're still out there, those gems. Those rare ores.
Hey guys, new shirt for sale. The deconstructed corridor logo. Super schwanky, super cool. Look at it. Look at it. There it is. Look, it's on sale right now. Corridordigital.store, limited edition. Oh, this one right here, this is coming up next. Don't look at it. Look at this one. Corridordigital.store. Website subscribers get 15% off. Only a limited edition, there for 1 week. So you want it, go get it now. It won't be there anymore.
And if your arms are cold, there comes in the long sleeve.
Your arms are cold, there's comes in the long sleeve.
They come in longs?
We have size short and size long. This actually is a nice heavy-duty t-shirt. It's lovely. Wren, will you stand up and give us a little twirl? It's a really classy shirt, and we've all run out of clothes to wear.
And I'm not just saying this is a very comfortable sweatshirt.